I'll give you guys a couple revs. I'm gonna have Just Stone do it real quick. Alright guys, as you guys can tell in the video, today we are going to be installing the PRL High Volume intake for my FK8 Type R. So I'm going to be getting rid of the stock OEM intake. I basically took off the Gruppem intake and got that sold to a not local, but to a fellow subscriber and watcher. So shout out to him for purchasing that from me. And yeah, I picked this up from another Type R owner who obviously lives in the state. And yeah, we're gonna get to this install. So this is the street version. I am going to get the race version, race conversion eventually down the road. I'm thinking about tuning the car around springtime next year in April. I already have the Honda. I just need the ECU unlocked. I think I need a couple more mods. I'm thinking of getting the PRL intercooler. I already got the front pipe, down pipe. I do need an inlet pipe though. So all those mods are to come. So as you guys can see, the intake is already basically put for me. It's not really gonna be like a follow through install for anyone watching. I'm just gonna slap this bad boy on and see how it sounds. I'm gonna start removing the stock airbox like you have to do every other mod that you put on this car. So I'm not gonna show you guys all that. I'll probably time lapse it if anything. Alright guys, so I basically got the stock airbox out. Just had to make a little bit more wiggle room and everything. I disconnected the battery terminals. We're gonna reuse this grommet down here on the bottom of the stock airbox, and also this one here. So I'm gonna take these two out and put it on the PRLs. Alright, so here's the other grommet that's in the back of the stock airbox. So you're gonna wanna have to pull this apart first, this middle piece. So once you get this piece out, then you can twist this out. And then here's the bottom of the stock airbox. You're just gonna put that on the PRL. So right here, put this in like this. And then this one, slide it. Slide it from the bottom. So we are also going to be replacing this piece right here with the PRLs right here that they provided. That one right there to this one. So all you basically have to do is just pinch this off to loosen the tube or the hose, and then just pull it out and switch it to this one. So I'm gonna do that now actually, just to get it out the way. Just push it up. And that should give you enough room to basically pull it out. Might need a flathead to just kind of pry your way up and out of that. And two. Boom! All right, now to put on the PRLs. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take off the MAF sensor, so be really careful with this. And now after that, boom, this comes out. Don't use the stock OEM screws right here. We're gonna use what PRL provided, which is these. And it seems to be a 764 Allen head. So that's what I'm gonna use. All right, so now that the PRL box is basically all set and ready to go, we are going to put this bad boy in. I wish I could have like got this new to show you guys basically every single step of the way, a more detailed version, but I just want to see how this bad boy sounds, honestly. So you want to make sure that this rubber grommet is going to go into this piece right in here. It's basically the same thing as the stock air box. Just gonna make sure you line it up. Push down firmly. It kind of sets in because of how, you know, thick and bulky the PRL box feels like. So after you know it's basically secure, she's pretty much good to go to tighten down now. So right here, these two Allens will go basically where these, I think 10mm bolts went. So this is what's gonna hold down the box or help secure in place. Again, I'm not gonna fully tighten it because we need some leverage to put on the silicone tube, but just enough to have it steady. Holding in place, make sure the back's lined up. You grab this, put this back here. And now the box isn't moving as much, pretty sturdy, and that's not even fully tightened down, so yeah. All right guys, so the PRL intake is now installed. I tightened down all the battery, tighten all the clamps up. The MAF sensor was sticking out over here, and if you guys can see right there, there's a tab that's holding it. So I basically put the MAF sensor under over here and reached all the way under here and pulled the MAF sensor and brought it around, so that way the MAF sensor wasn't like up here or over it. I just kind of tidied it a little bit and make it look more clean. I reused this part right here, this little gasket for the hood. Other than that, install wasn't too bad. One thing too, this piece right here, this little washer, I dropped it reinstalling it. I had to take it out to basically loosen this and put this all at the same time, so that way this silicone tube can fit. And as I was loosening this to try to pull it out, it literally fell right in here, and I don't know where it went because it's nowhere to be found under here. So it's def in the car or something. All right, so I'm gonna start it up. So let's see how she sounds. It's gonna be loud. Oh, I feel so bad for the neighbors. Ooh. So sadly, it's 9 o'clock and I don't think I'm gonna rev the engine. I might get yelled at or something from the neighbors and stuff. So I'll probably do like a flyby or sound clips tomorrow when it's like, you know, obviously daylight, as I get coffee. You guys know the vibes. We're about to hop on a highway pretty soon. So let's see how this PRL intake sounds. I don't know if you guys might be able to hear it as good because this is more of a like a chest mic or a lavalier mic, but hopefully you guys can see that the audio is somewhat better. The PRL high volume intake. I can't wait. This thing just sounds like super loud. Probably one of the loudest intakes you can get for this car. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. Yo, the car seems like it pulls better now. But it could be the cooler air. I personally couldn't really hear the intake, but I could definitely feel it. Oh, this exhaust is way too loud.
Wow, that's real nice.
Was it loud?
Yeah. That was that.
Bro, the fact that, so I got on it this morning, and the fact that I could hear the intake just a little bit above my loud exhaust. It's crazy. I was like, did I just actually hear my intake?
Like, dang, was the Gruppem like?
No, you can even hear the Gruppem.
Wow.
Like, cause it's like an enclosed box, kind of.
Closed box. It was like a true cold air, but
Yeah, but this is, man.
it's also blocked off too. The openings at the front, the grill leads directly into it with the hood closed. It's still a cold air.
Yep.
It's just slightly open, and I guess that might be where the sound comes from.
I could do a drive-by, like flyby sound clip of the intake, but I think that'll be way too hard with how loud the exhaust would be. Yeah, I mean, if maybe in springtime to the summer, I'll be more willing to like do flybys with the whole system. But I think wintertime and everything's like dead silent, I think it's too hard to even like try to do that, because a cop from 7 blocks away could be like,
I think I flew by a cop earlier.
that's crazy. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. It's somewhat of a shortish video. I hope you guys got like a decent enough sound clip of how it is. The PRL intake, basically it's a simple install, really. It's not too hard. It should only take you about 2 hours, I guess, but obviously I'm filming too, so that also like plays a huge role in how fast we can get things done. But yeah, this is a little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing to Justone's car. If you guys want to take a quick guess, wait, stay tuned for that.
It's a big long box.
What could that be?
Nah, this is something pretty small though, but big plans for the upcoming.
It's gonna be our first time attempting this, so
It's gonna
I said attempting.
This one might be a real pain to do. But
Yeah,
I
but
want colder intakes too.
I told Justone to get carbon fibrion.
And I was like, dang, Timmy just wants me to blow money because true cold air intakes, they go, so it's like an extra long pipe. They go through this hole and then they go into here, right into the grill above my crash bar. So it's a true cold air intake. All the air gets sucked up straight into the grill, straight into the intake. And it's like a 11 to 16 wheel horsepower game, even on dyno.
I'm feeling anxious, baby, and I know. But I got holding out my baby, I don't wanna know. 우리의 미래 모래처럼 몰라 where it goes.